Hello, hello. How's it going today? So we are exploring building n8n workflows and modifying n8n workflows with Claude code. There's been an MCP server that's been out for a while that people have reported does pretty well from this gentleman right here. I'll share the links. And more recently, he released a Claude Code skills repo. And someone reported to me that if you use them together, they work very well. And I did some initial testing. Um, First of all, our setup here that we use with Apex is a deploy on Coolify, a customized deploy. And so I'll show you real quick. What we did is I set it up locally on the server, the VPS server. I did a test, right? I have this actual workflow that I use, right? And it has what I call a just sloppy, lazy setup for rendering images, right? And then we submitted, we connected the MPC server and added the skill. I said, hey, please modify this so this is optimized. And you'll see here, it did a really good job. Now, it doesn't work right out of the box. You do have to still go in and fix some settings in Airtable. But that's understandable because every single module has their own like language for how to set up variables and stuff like that. So it's still very impressive what it could do. And it did the same thing for another section we have here. Right, and I'll show you. It saved a lot of unnecessary modules. Right, very inefficient the way I set up it initially on purpose. I just like the simplicity sometimes. But this is better. This is definitely a better setup, right? It's done through a simple Claude Code request. Now, what we did is we took it a step further. I made a repo. I'll make this available, obviously. Right now it's private. But this repo is basically set up so you can do customizations of your workflows, right? Because you'll, as one of your steps, you'll set up these the MCP and the skill. In addition, you'll add a bunch of variables for settings on your server, right? Like where your Coolify is installed and all the variables for that. That way, it could do some, much more detailed assistance as far as maintaining your workflows and your n8n setup. And I took some screenshots because I didn't want to just give full server access, let you view what's on the server. But this prompt right here is, can you check everything is up and good? That's all I asked, right? With this repo that's connected to that's on the VPS server. And you'll see it checked everything. It checked the API connections, the versioning that's latest, MCP tools, checked our entire stack. You'll see right here. And then system resources for the server, make sure everything is good. Right, and then the next prompt I tested, which is a good one, is check n8n logs for warnings, errors, issues, etc., and let me know what's going on generally speaking. So it did what makes sense. It checks for the last 24 hours. It checked all the executions, and it saw a bunch of issues with unknown webhook requests. Is actually that optimization I made using this repo. The optimization I made, I accidentally published it, which I shouldn't have done because it wasn't finished. But that was causing all sorts of errors for the past 24 hours. And then it caught something for real that I need to fix. And I have an active system called Oasis for WhatsApp. And it makes this great suggestion right here. Add error handling for DNS network failures before Airtable update. That way we're not just unnecessarily pinging Airtable when we already see an error early, which is a great fix. And it caught it just with a single prompt. So this is a great setup if you want to use Claude Code to do maintenance, build workflows, and do debugging, check what's going on historically, check what's going on in your server, and it works hand in hand with our Launchpad repo, which I'll show you right here. We have a repo here called I call it Launchpad, but it's called n8n AI with Apex, and this is a deployment of n8n on a VPS with Coolify, although it could be modified very easily to deploy to different VPSs or cloud servers. But it's customized with workers, runners, a nice library of Python tools as opposed to just the generic one they give you, and all sorts of goodies, optimizations and backup system, and all sorts of goodies. And so these things all work hand in hand together. So now you have a full system where you could set up a very secure, robust n8n installation on your private server, and now you could go into using this new setup we have. You go in there, do monitoring easily, pull workflows, modify, edit, create new workflows, check for errors, ask for suggestions. So it's a great setup, completely free. If you have any questions, just come join us in our free community, and thanks for joining us. Bye.